He my friend.
Your friend.
My friend.
I mean, you're our friend. The friend of the podcast. And also, I did not clap for those bitches in your play.
Yeah.
I know. My mom told me about it. I think so.
Screw them.
Hannah was clapping, and I look over at her like...
Well, because it was just a habit, and then I'm like...
Yeah, my mom told me how she was telling Hannah, and then you're like, whose kneecaps are we breaking?
Yep, that sounds like me.
Always protect the Kaylyn.
Yes.
Don't be afraid of the mic. You can get right up and close to it.
It's so scary.
Don't be scared. That's why Rob has to edit. He edits us all the time.
Yes.
See how Hannah's doing it? Eat the microphone.
Kind of like when you see those like TikToks or videos of, you know, the pilots and they're like, and they're talking. Yeah. Yeah,
It's 472.
Yeah, it's like, what? Like, who are you talking to? Okay.
I also hate hearing me breathe. So I'll like look away.
Yeah, in the last episode. When we were talking, we're like, let's just be like really respectful to the survivors. You're like,
Are you sure that wasn't you?
no, that was definitely you.
Fuck you.
I know how I breathe. It's like from Hey Arnold.
Cocaine.
Okay, there are children in the room. Okay.
Like she hasn't listened to our podcast before.
Yeah, that is true.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Jess.
And I'm Hannah.
Join us as we delve into true crime, paranormal encounters, and all things spooky.
So grab your flashlight and get ready to wander into the darkness with us.
This is Wicked Wanderings.
Hello, Jessica.
Hello, Hannah.
Hi, Rob.
Hello.
We have a special guest today.
And I am so excited.
And her name is Kaylyn.
Woohoo!
Hi, Kaylyn.
Hi.
Hi, Kaylyn.
She's a junior wanderer and a fan, and she's one of my friends.
So basically, she is what Hannah and I were at 12, 13 years old.
Yeah.
And
But we didn't have a podcast to go on
don't think
and talk about weird things.
Podcasts were not a thing when I was 12, so
Yeah, probably not for me either. It was just talk radio. It was really a podcast.
cell phones weren't even a
So this
thing
is how
when I
cool
was
Kaylyn
12.
is. She came into my house for the first time, and you know what she said to me? Where are your skulls?
First thing, I took my shoes off. I'm like, Hannah, where's your skulls?
I gotta see.
Girl after my own heart.
Yeah.
Girl after my own heart.
Love it.
So, Kaylyn, what is the episode that we're doing today?
We're going to talk about the Duct Tape Killer.
And I had never heard of
Nice.
it.
Me neither.
What?
Yeah, when you brought it up, I was like, I have no idea who the Duct Tape Killer is.
I actually think I've heard of him because Piper's situation that we'll talk about sounds very similar
Yeah.
from something that I've, familiar, not similar. Similar, not similar, just familiar. Yeah.
Talking about words, I was trying to tell her mom, Vicky, who's like one of my great friends, I was trying to tell her that we had empanadas at the new Puerto Rican restaurant in town. And I said piñata. And she's like, a what?
Pinata.
Pinata? I was like,
Empanada.
no, I meant say empanada. See, my accent.
Emplanada.
No, see,
Banana.
she's half Hispanic, so you got it.
Hey, Hannah, will you do something for me?
Maybe. I can't. You know I can't.
It's okay. You're not the only one.
Can you?
No.
Roberto.
Roberto!
I can't do it.
I can only say it, like, I can only do it when I have certain names to say or when I'm saying something in Spanish. That's the only time.
Do it.
You
I
put
don't
her
know.
on the spot.
No?
Roberto.
Roberto.
Ooh,
It's like
Roberto.
a small.
Roberto.
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 See, when I try to do it on purpose, it don't work.
Yeah. You can't do it on command.
No.
All right. Anyways, back to the Duct Tape Killer.
Yeah, so his name, Robert Leroy Anderson.
That's such a name.
That's
I
why
know.
he's a killer. His middle name is Leroy. Angry.
But he had two victims. It takes place in South Dakota. The first victim was Piper Streyle.
Okay.
She was 28.
Oh,
And Larissa, I don't know what to say.
Demansky, right?
Yeah.
Yes, Demansky.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And she was 29.
So sad.
I don't know. But his method of murder was like strangulation.
This is not on you. Kenzie!
Kenzie, what are you doing? Come here.
Was either suffocation or strangulation, which, since they couldn't find Piper's body, spoiler alert, they didn't know the method of murder. So Piper Potts was an attractive young woman. She met her husband in, it was a church school or something.
Oh, yeah, I remember reading about that.
A church function?
Oh, Bible camp. Sorry.
Oh.
Bible
Hannah
camp.
knows about those Bible camps. Is that where you and Rob met?
God, no.
No, we met online.
On Tinder?
No.
No.
Plenty of fish.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know this. Sorry, Kaylyn. Go ahead. We'll talk about that part later.
I think I want to be part of that conversation.
Smart girl.
But she met her husband Vance at the Bible camp, and I think it was 5 years later. So they married in 1988, and 5 years later they moved into a trailer, which the land was 40 acres.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
That's a good chunk of land.
But when they went there, they opened their own Bible camp for like kids, like younger. So it's not just adults.
Do you know what, like religious sect this was for, by any chance?
No.
No, I'm just kind of curious.
I'll look it up.
Oh, good. Thank you, Jessica.
And they had 2 kids, and their names. So Sheena was 5 years old. Sorry, 3 years old.
3 years old. Cool.
And Piper's younger son was Nathan, and he was 2.
They were little.
Yeah. So they opened their own Bible camp for children, and Nathan's second birthday fell on July 29th, 1996. And on that same day, that was when Piper was kidnapped and taken away.
Oh,
So for his second birthday, he just remembers his mother getting taken away.
You know, this is weird on another note, but I know Rob's aunt. She,
Is her name Dottie?
Which aunt?
Bernie.
Auntie Bernie.
Bernadette. She said that she only remembers her birthday now as the day that Kennedy
JFK.
died, got assassinated.
That's right.
Oh, wow. But earlier that day, Vance went to go, so he's 29 at the time, he went to go to his plumbing job around 6:30. After Vance left, Piper, who was 28 at the time, drove shortly after to go to drive to work, but also to drop the kids off at their babysitter. Because it wasn't at a daycare or anything, it was just someone's house.
Okay.
So Piper worked at the Southeastern Children's Center in Sioux Falls. And around 9:20, Piper called Miss Jordanson, which was the babysitter, and told them they were on their way. And Piper never made it to her work
Oh.
or to the babysitter's house.
So it sounds like she was very involved with helping kiddos.
Yeah.
Sounds like she.
From the way, I wrote it down, she was very helping and caring.
You know, the kind of person you want in the world. Thanks a lot, Leroy. Robert Leroy. See, we need a button. Fuck you, Robert Leroy. Thank you.
But at noon, I think it was, Vance called the home phone. It was honey, where are you? Why aren't you answering your phone? Right, he's worried. And a little while later, this is now 3, one of Piper's coworkers, Patty Sinclair, called the home phone to make sure she was okay because she didn't come into work. She didn't call out. And instead of Piper answering, Piper's 3-year-old daughter, Shayna, answered the phone.
That's right. Okay, I remember this now. I watched an episode on this before I came to prepare. But I'd seen it before somewhere.
And when Shayna answered the phone, it was I don't want mommy to die. I don't want her to die. She's gonna die. So obviously shocked. Patty.
So sad.
Patty stayed on the phone with her, but also told another coworker
to get the hell over there.
To call the county sheriff's office to get someone over there. So my brother did math because I'm very bad at it.
Thank you,
Join
Derek.
the club.
But it was 40 minutes just to get from the town to the next town. Took 45 for the sheriff to get to the trailer. So it wasn't
So they
bad.
lived in the middle of nowhere, I guess. Away from civilization.
I mean, they had 40
suburbs.
acres of land, so I can't imagine that.
Yeah, that's true.
They probably didn't have very good, close neighbors.
I wish I wouldn't have write so tiny. You can't see.
Hannah likes to live in the dark. She's a vampire, so it makes it difficult.
Well, it's actually pretty light in here. So, and it's nice. It's
Compared
nice
to the rest of her house.
She is a junior wanderer.
She is.
But, yeah, once the sheriff got there, it was like 5 when, like, they went in. It wasn't like a forced entry.
So 5 p.m. at night when things
When the
started
sheriff-
at like 9 a.m.
When the search kind of like started and
So these kids had been home alone for like 8 hours. Oh my God.
without their mother.
Can you
That's
imagine
traumatizing.
being a little 3-year-old worried that your mom's going to die for 8 hours?
I know I can't.
No, I know.
I love my mom.
I love your mom. To Vicky. Love Vicky.
To Vicky.
But Sheriff Gene Taylor, so he was the one that responded to the call and went there. And, like, he found the children because they were hiding.
Oh, yeah,
Like,
that makes sense. You hear
whoever.
strangers at the door.
But they weren't, like, physically harmed or anything or hurt. So that was a good. But they also found the family dog.
Oh, no.
He's not dead.
Oh, okay.
It's okay.
I can deal with people dying and being tortured. Dogs?
We would have to end the podcast right now.
Animals are a whole different thing.
Right?
They are.
I agree.
But they found the dog who was a blonde Labrador, but his name was Chase. And when, like, they went there, like I said, it was, like, trash. It was thrown. It was broken glass, just all scattered throughout the trailer. So yeah.
Obviously something happened.
And when, like, they found the children, Shayna was, like, crying her eyes out, like, bawling. And then there's little Nathan just sitting on the floor not saying anything.
Oh, my God. The trauma for these poor children.
How old was he again? Like 1,
It was
2?
2.
Two.
Yeah.
So I know I told you Shayna wrote a book about her experience. I don't remember the name of it. But
You told me. I can look it
I've
up.
seen online that she, in February of 2023, she's documents her journey, trying to figure things out regarding her mom. That's sad that they've never found her body.
But when, like, they found the children, Shayna, when, like, she was crying, she's like, Mommy's gonna die. Like, my mom's gonna die. So, Sheriff Gene Taylor was there, but also with Jim Stevenson, and he was a DCI detective, and DCI's Division of Criminal Investigation.
Okay.
So, yeah, and they asked Shayna, because she was older and she was, like, more verbal with them. They asked her, like, what happened, like, why is it wrecked and all this other stuff. And she was saying that there was a mean man that came and took her mom.
What was this girl's name again? Sorry, I'm still trying to look up that.
Shayna.
How do you spell Shayna? Like her version of Shayna.
Shana.
Yeah, but she was like, there was a lot of yelling, like, there's a mean man that took my mom. I know, it's so sad. But she also said that, like, he had a gun, and she also said to the detectives that the mean man took Nathan's blue tent. Which, earlier, if we fast forward to before Piper got kidnapped, it was what they got Nathan for a birthday gift.
Oh.
So he took it.
So not only was his mom taken on his birthday, but so was his blue tent. This
I
poor
know.
kid. I wonder if he grew up hating birthdays.
I would.
I would
Right?
too.
Like, my second birthday was about my mom being kidnapped, and this man took my birthday present. That's...
What a dick.
Oh, I think I found it. Robert Anderson, Awakening the Devil.
Yes.
That one?
I think so.
About the case of Piper Streyle. Oh, so it's not for... That's not...
There was 2 books that I sent you. There was one from Sheena, and then there was one that someone else did about the whole investigation.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yep. That's the Awakening the Devil. Okay.
Yeah, but when Vance arrived, Shayna obviously ran to her father because he was still there. It was like crying. He was like choking back tears, but still like comforting her. So it was really hard for him.
Yeah.
But he like reassured Shayna because she's like, they took Nathan's blue tent. Like, because the way it sounded, she was like fixated on the blue tent.
Well, it's probably easier to think about that than her mom.
But Vance like reassured her, like, we can get him another one. Like, we have another one. It's fine. So
Yeah, that's replaceable.
What kind of dickhead steals a little kid's birthday present? And his mom.
messed up.
Fucking Robert Leroy.
But, like, when investigators went to go to the witnesses, obviously, like, several of them, like, turned up and was saying that, like, there was this man that came to the house. Or they saw a man or random car that they never seen in their driveway before, so.
If this is the one I'm thinking of, and I could be totally wrong, this may not come up, but somewhere some other woman was kidnapped in front of her kids. Like, she kind of, like, fought the guy and, like, wanted... you know what? Never mind. It was more she was fighting the guy, but didn't want him to get to her children. Mm-hmm. So she was kind of more like willing to leave with him if he left his children alone. If he left her children alone.
Sounds familiar.
Okay, so maybe this is the same one I'm thinking of.
I mean, I guess you would do that to protect your kids.
Yeah.
Right?
All costs.
Yeah.
But there was one couple that the investigators interviewed, and they said that they saw like a man, and he was wearing like jeans, baseball cap, and he rode a black car that they've never seen before around neighborhood, whatever. So
God bless nosy neighbors. They're good for something, right?
It's like peeking out the window, like.
Yeah. Especially in towns like that, you know?
Yeah, like they were just sitting there like trying to collect what happened and trying to piece together. And then Vance like suddenly remembered like 3 days earlier that there was a man who came to his door riding a black car.
So that's what he put two and two together.
It was a black Bronco.
Why did he come to the door?
She's going to tell us.
Oh, okay. Sorry, skipping ahead.
But he was like, oh yeah, this man's name was Robert Leroy Anderson. And the reason he went to the door is for the Bible camp. So apparently he was like all nervous and muttering when Vance opened the door. And he seemed like shocked when he answered the door. And like Vance just thought it was weird, but like whatever. And then Anderson says to Vance, is like, I drove by your house for months now, and right?
What?
That's what I said. It's
okay,
like,
that's normal conversation. Awkward.
It's like, hey, I rode by your house a couple months ago, multiple times.
That doesn't happen to you guys?
I know, guess not.
So they ran the Bible camp from their house, right?
Yeah. So he asked if he can enroll his children. She had none.
Yeah.
I don't think he should have any.
Nope.
I think, well, he shouldn't, but I think he does have kids.
Oh,
But
feel bad for the kids then.
Yeah. But what kind of dumbass, I'm going to interrupt a little bit. What kind of dumbass, if you're going to commit a crime such as this, so basically from what I remember, I watched a show, what did I send to you?
I watched the show.
I watched it too.
It was on the TV.
On my 5-day birthday. I don't know. It was a show about this crime. And they said that the couple had told him that Bible camp was done for the year and that he can sign up his kids for next year. And the dumbass wrote his actual name and address down. So why the hell would you go commit a crime to somebody that you know has your address and your full name?
Yeah, I know. And like I read about it, and I was like, if you're gonna kidnap his wife, why are you putting your name and phone number on a piece of paper?
Yeah.
It's just one of those things where it's like common sense, dude.
Not the brightest crayon in the box.
Crime 101. But when I was looking into him as well, they said in some articles that he liked to portray himself as stupid, but he really wasn't.
I mean, I would say that too if I was stupid. Just saying.
I guess so.
I may act stupid, but I'm really smart.
You are smart.
I am. I'm educated.
But since it was 17... No, not 17. That would be very...
Like 1700s? Is that what you meant?
No.
Oh, okay.
But, so Vance was saying that like it was closed for the year and you can put him out for 1997, which was the next year, because this took place in 1996.
I was a baby. I was 6 years old.
I was in high school.
No, you weren't. Get out.
1996 was my freshman year.
Oh, yeah, I guess that makes sense. Okay.
Graduated in 2000.
Rob was in middle school, right?
I'm an old fart, Kaylyn.
Well, I graduated high school in 2004. So I started high school in 2000.
So you were in
in 96.
middle school?
Yeah.
You were like in sixth grade?
School.
I was in first grade.
Wow.
Wow. You did the baby.
I did the baby.
You see the dog videos where it's like, I identify as a dog. Yeah.
I sent some to your mom on TikTok.
According to my mom, it's just a baby. It's just a baby. But with that, like, information about the black Bronco and, like, the name, investigators obviously was saying that it was Robert Leroy Anderson. And according to what back history they did, he was a high school dropout. He was 26. And his father was twice married with 4 kids.
I mean, it's not the worst we've heard.
Yeah.
Because there was one case we did where the guy was married like 6 or 7 times.
Oh.
What case was that?
Because I remember I brought up Rob's biological father. And I remember we talked about how back then they didn't have girlfriends. They just married the girl every time.
Are you sure this was on the podcast?
Well, definitely.
I don't remember talking about this on the podcast.
Me neither.
My God, sometimes my dreams and reality get mixed up.
I was wondering about that.
But to touch upon that, my biological father, he was married 7 times. My mother was number 2.
Well, if it makes you all feel better, my great-great-great-grandpa had 8 wives at the same time.
Same time. Booyah.
Booyah.
Beat that.
51 children.
Wait till we do Mormonism. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Can you imagine your dad trying to handle 8 wives?
No.
First of all, we know your mom would not allow
Yeah, that was... Right, Mom?
You know what? Our listeners can understand because Vicky is making us lasagna, and it's my favorite meal ever. And so...
And it has peppers and onions.
I'm so excited.
And her garlic knots are so good. And then there's kielbasa. Like, come on.
Yeah.
So if you hear some noise in the background in the kitchen, that's Vicky making my favorite meal.
But, like, also on the research that they did about Anderson is that he worked as a maintenance worker from the 11 p.m. shift to the 7:30 a.m. shift, which we might touch base on that job.
At the meat packing plant, right?
Yeah.
Which will come up later.
Yep.
That's where the Demanski family worked, right? Mm-hmm. I have to say, though, when I was trying to look up stuff about his, like, earlier years, I couldn't find much.
I really couldn't either. I don't know if it was because I was using Bing and not Google. No, I was using Google.
But yeah, I couldn't really find much on his like early, like his childhood or anything. It just sounds like he wasn't a very good husband. And
I don't know. Well, I might touch base on that like later when we're talking about how he's in jail. It might come up.
oh, okay,
So yeah,
go for it.
okay. But it was at John Morrill and Co. Is where he worked. And the DCI director, who was Bob, my tiny handwriting.
It can just be Bob. Bob's
Bob.
fine. Just Bob.
But, and like other law enforcement officers, like went to his home and he was like out, like a light, like nothing happened.
Sleeping like a baby.
It's like, how can you sleep at night when you murdered
Psycho.
someone?
Yeah, he's a psychopath. Ted Bundy. But he slept good at night.
I'm sure he did in his little red Mini Cooper, like right.
head in the
It was a
fridge.
yellow bug.
That was red.
No.
Yeah, I was going to say, it was definitely not a Mini Cooper.
His head in the fridge.
Whose head was in the fridge?
That was Jeffrey Dahmer.
Oh.
You guys need to get your serial killers right.
we just have a lot going on in our heads. Okay?
So do I.
You get the sticker that my mom, like my mind's like an empty junk drawer that you just empty on the trampoline.
I did. I like her Wheeze one.
Oh, yeah.
It was cute.
You know what? We were both wrong. It was tan. 1968 Volkswagen Beetle. And it was his deadliest weapon.
Well,
of all.
you said yellow, so I mean
That's
that's
close enough, right?
Yeah.
Red's close.
No, it's not.
Not even.
See how they gang up on me, Kaylyn?
Neither is a Fiat or whatever you said.
Mini Cooper.
Fiat?
Mini Cooper.
Fiat. They probably didn't even have Fiats back then.
Yes, they did.
Keep going, Kaylyn. I just feel really ganged up on.
But when they went to his home, he put on jeans, white t-shirt, and he voluntarily drove his car to the police station.
Okay. The Bronco.
Yeah, which
Okay.
you know how I said it was black?
Yeah.
Now it's blue.
That's
It's a blue
right.
Bronco.
He painted it, didn't he?
I guess if I was going to paint it, like, I would go more extreme.
Being black to a neon green.
Yeah. Like, why blue?
Well, I mean, like, if you painted your walls, you'd have to put a primer on. And he had, like, short amount of time. Maybe blue covered the black easier. I don't know. These are just things people have to think
I would
of.
just go more extreme.
Yeah.
Or it could have been like O.J. Simpson and painted it white.
Fuck OJ.
He did.
Oh, okay.
Kaylyn's like, I'm never coming back. You guys are weird.
I have seen weirder. So
Welcome to the behind the scenes.
behind the scenes of a wicked one. But when like he dropped his car off, they went inside. a search team went in his car and like searched his car. So while they searched his car, Anderson went over like 7-hour interrogation.
Ooh. Oh my gosh.
In the police station.
That's a long time.
Imagine sitting, being interrogated in a white room with glass and a security camera.
He deserved it.
It's like,
I mean, if the cops are cute, I'd make it 8. Just kidding. Sorry.
Half kidding.
Good point.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
A sincere expression of gratitude to our esteemed patrons. Lynn from Massachusetts, Heather from New Jersey, Chelsea from Utah, Kate from Massachusetts, Margie from Connecticut, Courtney from Massachusetts, Amber from Idaho, and Stephanie from Massachusetts for their generous monthly contributions. Their support fuels the engine of our investigative endeavors here at Wicked Wanderings.
You too can become a valued patron and unlock a realm of exclusive content by supporting our mission for as little as $3 a month. Your contribution sustains our commitment to delivering high-quality content.
Visit wickedwanderingspodcast.com and click on the support tab to join the ranks of our dedicated patrons. Your investment not only keeps our podcast thriving, but also ensures that you are at the forefront of our intriguing discoveries with bonus content only available for those patron subscribers.
Thank you for considering this opportunity to deepen your engagement with Wicked Wanderings. Your support is paramount in enabling us to continue our journey into the realms of mystery and true crime. And now, back to the shit show.
but so this is back to the car when they were searching. Beneath the carpeting of the car, of the cargo area of the Bronco, they found like a plywood platform and holes drilled in it. So it's like to hold like wrist or like ankles.
I mean, not everyone has that in their car. Awkward.
What platform just the cargo of my Bronco?
I just have a Mazda 3, so it won't be fitting in there. Maybe in the Bundy van.
Maybe. But officers also found like a toolbox containing chain and like wooden dowels. They also found traces of black water-based paint.
Black water-based paint.
Or would it be blue, since he painted it blue?
It said black.
Oh.
I don't know. But maybe his car was original blue and he painted it black and then just scrubbed the black off.
I mean, that's also a possibility.
It is a possibility.
The world is full of possibilities.
Imagination.
Oh, they also found a roll of duct tape in the car.
They found duct tape? Duct Tape Killer makes sense.
Wow. Click. But they found a roll of duct tape along with the paint, restraints, whatever. They also found dog hairs in his car.
Did he have a dog?
No.
But
Actually,
Piper
I don't
did.
know. But Piper did.
So and it looked like the hair color matched her dog, Chase. Matched the hair color. So you know how like, I don't know if Kenzie does it, but Harley does it, and her clothes will latch onto me. It's like all of her clothing has dog hair on it.
Kenzie doesn't shed, surprisingly.
She's
a hair dog.
Dread sheds, and I just figure it's an accessory because it's always there.
It's the love you get, right?
Mm-hmm. But they also found like furniture moving straps in the car.
Okay.
So
were those used as the restraints then?
I don't know, because they found the plywood, which was restraints. Then they also found the rope, whatever.
Interesting. Okay.
But during the interrogation, Anderson like remained calm. Is just sitting there like
a serial killer.
Yeah, it's just calm. It's like nothing happened. It's just calm. It's like, yeah. But he also denied of all knowledge of knowing Piper and like where her whereabouts is and her disappearance. Like,
of course,
no connection to her at all, which is kind of good sometimes because they don't really suspect you. But considering his name and phone number are in their house,
Lies.
I drove by your house. I drove by
But
your
seriously
house.
though, if you're gonna murder someone in the house, why would you write your name down
I mean,
in the house? And that's just like giving you away.
I know.
Like,
I mean,
you don't suspect you and then
guess-
you involve yourself. Like,
I guess if your DNA was found at their house, then you could say,
I mean, yeah, but he was.
"Oh,
also,
I was there a couple days earlier."
Yeah,
But you wouldn't start
So
the
that's
conversation.
probably
I've gone
why.
by your house a couple times this month, and
just drove by your house in my black Bronco.
yeah, I decided to stop.
Just stop.
I
and
like Bible
stare.
camp. Yeah.
Stare. This kid's apparently. But denied all knowledge of Piper and where she was and all this other stuff. But he did say that he went to the house earlier for the Bible camp. So he also said that he returned Monday because it was Friday that he went. So
Okay.
he returned Monday.
But supposedly he didn't know
My
her.
handwriting's so tiny. Don't normally write tiny. This is a big problem for me.
You're good.
I have to, on my computer, enlarge the font and the screen
In double space.
and double space.
My ELA teacher does that.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, make sure you have it double spaced.
Yeah, because it's MLA format, right?
I don't care.
MLA for
Or I don't
college,
know.
but then grad school, I had to do it a different one for psychology.
APA?
Yeah,
Mhm.
ABA.
APA. I said ABA.
APA.
Not like it matters.
For ABA. APA for ABA.
But he also said that he went, I think it was Monday that he said, but he also went back to use the archery range that they had. Find no knowledge of them having an archery range.
For the camp?
Yeah, they.
Oh, okay.
I think.
I know.
But why would you say you didn't know them if you've been at their house for 3 times? It sounds like
Yeah, it's weird.
lies. Robert Leroy. Lies.
That was really loud.
Lies.
But
spot.
yeah, literally. But that same day, he said that he heard the kids playing, and he didn't hear Piper in the house. How do you?
So he
you have
went-
your ear to the door and just listening, unless the kids are loud enough. I mean, I know I was a loud kid, right, Mom? I was a loud kid. I'm sorry, it's my little brother. It's the loud one.
What'd you say?
I'm a little demonic.
Oh, demonic. Love it.
You are the spawn.
Spawn of the devil.
Spawn of Satan.
But he just assumed, because he heard the kids playing, he just assumed that Piper was asleep, so he went back in his car, drove away.
Likely story.
It's still, weird to me. How do you, you hear the kids playing, but what if she's, upstairs? How do you know she's taking
Well, if they're in
nap?
a trailer,
You creeper.
usually there's not upstairs to a trailer.
Yeah, but that's what my thing was. They're saying they live in a trailer,
Mhm.
but it's also 40 acres, so how big is the trailer? Because it fits,
I'm
Could be
picturing
a double
a
wide.
double eyes. Well, I'm
Double
picturing.
wide.
holds 4 people and a dog.
Well, it probably doesn't fit them
And it
great.
also have enough space.
For activities. No one gets that reference? Okay, never mind.
But the conversation also touched base on other aspects.
Words. We say it all the time. Words.
English words.
They're hard.
English words. You always make them so hard. But on his boyhood and his speech impediment that he had,
Oh, Robert has a speech impediment? I didn't know
Apparently.
that.
he probably couldn't say seashells by the seashore.
I bet he can't say supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
I actually saw that play.
Mary Poppins?
Yeah.
Oh, I love Mary Poppins.
Went to go see the play because my friend was in it.
It's a good play. Good movie.
We were talking about that this morning.
We were?
Yeah.
Oh, because Rob got Mary Poppins and Fiddler on the Roof confused.
Because
What
of
the
Dick Van Dyke.
Fetch.
Yeah, he's like, Dick Van Dyke's
What
in
the hell,
that.
Rob?
I thought it was Dick Van Dyke on the roof playing the fiddle.
No.
And he also gets Sound of Music and Gone with the Wind mixed up. So I'm like, oh, Gone with the Wind. He's like, oh, she's on a mountain.
Get
right?
out.
Yeah, see?
Which I read Gone with the Wind on the book.
You read the book?
You read the book. That's a long book.
Wow.
I read part of it. It was the English was not.
Oh, it was
No.
because it's the Old English? Is
Yes.
it? Was it for school?
No, I just wanted to read it because we were reading The Outsiders.
Oh, Stephen King? The Outsiders? Oh,
S.C.
okay.
Hinton.
Okay, never mind. That's nice.
Stephen King?
I guess it would make sense that you wouldn't be reading Stephen King.
At school.
Like, all right.
But it also, like, touched base on Larissa and, like, her disappearance. Like I said, no knowledge. The only thing that he said was that she worked the same place as him.
So
did Larissa
Piper
go? Oh, sorry, I interrupted you.
No, it's okay. I just want to know if Piper was found.
Yes, you did. You interrupted her like crazy.
I did, sorry.
Piper's body was never found.
Demanski's wasn't either, though, right?
She
Yes.
was.
Okay.
Did Larissa go missing before Piper, or was it after? Okay.
She went missing before. It was 96. I think it was 94.
Let me check my notes.
It was 94 that she got kidnapped.
I didn't write when she got kidnapped, but I wrote that
I
she
have it on
moved
my-
in 1991
I have it on my front page. Let me just...
to South Dakota.
Dakota.
Hold up.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
That's when he was sentenced. 1994 is when.
Oh, okay.
Smoke weed every day.
August 27th, 1994.
Is that what we were doing?
Is when she went missing.
Yeah. Oh, there's a blank page.
Also, for being a serial killer, he takes people. I mean, we talked about this with Piper, but he took people he had connections to.
Yeah. Yeah. It wasn't like random women like Bundy,
Yeah.
yeah, there was a
I don't know,
meeting.
because I know, like, with Larissa, like, they worked at the same place.
And she actually befriended him.
Yeah.
Like, they were kind of work buddies.
Yeah. It wasn't like, oh my God, you're my friend. It was like,
was
like
kinda-
co-workers, you're not going to see me out of my house.
Yeah. It was,
Like, out of work, you're not. No.
it was probably like, oh, I feel bad for this guy. Let me be nice to him kind of thing.
And then he just murders you, like,
Yeah. That's why, Kaylyn,
Just,
you should be a
murders
bitch.
you.
just murders
Don't
you.
be nice to people.
Hey, I'll say,
bitch.
Kaylyn defends herself.
Good.
She does.
Thank you.
Because the other day I was like, you need to break some kneecaps. Got that from you, right? She's like, no, I got it. I'm like, all right,
I got this shit. Also, I think this is the first time I've seen your hair down. Sorry, sidebar.
I feel like it needs a break
You
after
want me to cut it?
what I need is my back shaved.
Your back?
Yep.
Yeah, she always says
She
her
has a
back.
hairy back.
But it's the back of her head.
I always say it looks like grosses Rob out.
It's like, let me just shave my back.
But yeah,
I do not shave her back. I shave the back of her head.
well, yeah, and it's gotten really long.
It is very long.
But yeah, I feel like my head needs a break, and I always have it up for work because the kids are gross and nasty. And
Mom told me that one of the students last year pulled her hair.
dude, you know how many times I got my hair pulled?
I don't know. Rob, how many times have you pulled her hair?
No, not by
students.
Wasn't in a good way. There's children in the room.
She's
Kenzie?
also in middle school.
I know.
And middle schoolers know a lot more nowadays than I did when I was in middle school.
Thank you, TikTok.
So I might be skipping ahead a little bit, so I apologize if I am.
That's
But
fine.
for Demanski,
Yeah.
we're doing a second episode with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just figured it would be a lot to just smush it in one episode.
Okay. All right.
Hey, I'm a two-parter, so
Yeah, that's fine. I just what
Salem
else?
Witch Trials.
What else do we
Or
need to do?
five
or a
parter.
five-parter. Hey, you need all the information.
Putnams.
Fucking Putnams, right?
Fucking Putnams.
I thought my witch
You did
trials
good.
were amazing.
You did good.
Yes.
You were witched out. You're still witched
I
out.
was witched out.
So next week,
Well, I don't know if she's done yet.
we're going to be talking about witches.
Witchcraft.
I'm not a witch, I'm your wife, and I'm not sure I want to be that anymore.
fucking Putnams. He turned me into a newt. I got better. What? Name that movie. My Python?
Oh.
Holy
And
Grail?
the Holy Grail.
Oh my goodness. Hey, Vicky.
Oh,
No.
Have you
Cocaine.
Have you seen Monty Python? Oh, yeah. And
It's like a waste of an hour and a half.
What happened?
she's been here the whole time, you goober. And the Holy Grail, that one?
It's only a flesh wound.
You don't think you've seen that one? It's good. It's funny.
It is good, but
have
then
your
it
foot on
ends
my
and you're
chair.
like, that's it?
I know. They ran out of money apparently when they were filming. And it just ends and it's like, what the?
What the what?
What?
It's a calm strip.
What?
A cum strip?
Calm strip.
Oh, you have
so
those?
like, yeah.
I got these. Does anyone want a rock?
It's a calming rock.
Ooh.
It's a
I have a witch rock at my house.
You have a witch rock?
You would.
What's that?
I don't know. My friend gave it to me. It has like a moon
Oh, okay. That's cool.
My inner witch.
The fucking Putnams.
Kenzie.
Sorry, we need to get back on track.
But, like, he denied no knowledge of Larissa and how she vanished. But, because it was 2 years before, So, but in, like, one of the blue jeans that they found at Anderson's house, they had, like, stained and had blood in them. I think he might have said it was... That's what I would have said.
Well, if he works at a meatpacking plant,
Yeah.
I guess you could say it's animal blood, right?
But
I'd say it was period blood, and then people would be freaked out.
It's like, oh, ew, period blood.
Case in point, Rob just freaked out.
I did not freak out. Did I say anything?
No, but your eyes did.
But, yeah. And the test, like, it was, like, conclusive about whose blood it was. Which was kind of weird, because it was on his pants. So whether it was Piper's or not, the test came back inconclusive.
So is there a third victim?
I don't know.
Because if they're testing for Piper's and then Demanski's too, right, at this point, or no?
No. They were just questioning him about it.
So is there a third victim then?
Maybe.
Jessica! What do you think?
Sorry, I was distracted. I don't know. I think I remember seeing that the blood on the pants didn't match any of him or his family, and they were thinking that it was Piper's blood. Right? Is that what we were talking about, right?
I just didn't know if there was a third victim.
Oh, yeah. Not that I am aware of.
Yeah, but also in the search of his car, they found handcuffs, which were handcuff keys, not just handcuffs. Just keys to handcuffs. Yeah, I just have handcuff keys laying around my house.
No comment.
Well, you're a little...
I'm sorry.
I mean, for Hannah, it would be kind of weird, but for you, it's...
For me,
I cut you slack.
Keep in mind, my husband and I were both cops in the military,
Yeah,
so there is a logical, non-perverted...
It's like, this is what happens, so this is my gun case, in case anyone enters my home.
Exactly.
Do you still have handcuff keys?
Of course I do. I still have handcuffs. And I have furry ones.
Furry ones.
Turn the pants.
Kaylyn's like, okay, moving on. Moving on.
But the police interviewed Anderson's neighbor, which was Dan Johnson at the time, because I don't think he moved. But he was also a nosy neighbor.
Like the nosy neighbors.
Yeah, nosy neighbors. Sometimes they can come good in some cases.
Yes, I can.
It's like, what happened here? It's like, oh yeah, my neighbor just, was washing, doing whatever in his front yard.
Unless they're peeping Toms.
Yeah, we don't want those.
No, those are...
I don't know if you've noticed this or not, but we always go on to different topics.
Nothing's off topic.
It's on the same topic.
We go on our little rants.
Going on a trip in our favorite rocket ship. But he said that he saw, Anderson carefully clean the interior of his car.
Yes.
So, of the blue Bronco, not... Because it's the same Bronco, but it's blue. But, carefully clean the interior of the blue Bronco on the morning of the 29th. And then Dan Johnson also reported that after Anderson left, he came back and also cleaned it again. Carefully.
A lot of cleaning for a man that has no children.
Yeah.
That is innocent.
But it was around 2 that he came back. So, cleaned his car second time.
Interesting.
So, but the police confronted Anderson about the handcuff keys and whatever else was in his car. And he did say that he had the handcuff keys, but he didn't have any handcuffs to go with it. So,
Okay.
just have some handcuffs.
We believe that, buddy.
You liar. But he didn't have any keys to go with them. But Anderson also denied Dan Johnson's view of what happened in cleaning his car. So he denied of cleaning his car in the morning and afternoon of the 29th.
I mean, the guy painted his car, so I don't believe that.
Somewhere in between, he painted a car. Unless, maybe.
I just figure if you're going to paint after a crime,
Were we talking about crime on Tuesday where it's like you can't use anything that splatters because they have the UV light?
Oh, yeah, because we were watching the Cecil Hotel documentary, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be a good episode.
Cecil Hotel? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We only watched like 1/8 of the documentary, though.
We were too busy talking.
But denied of cleaning his car on the 29th. And while, like, you know how they do the lineup?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, who looks familiar? Vance said that it was Robert who went to his house. But he also brought Shayna. And she's like, that's the mean man. That's who took my mom.
Aww.
So, and like, while Shayna was explaining this and like explaining what happened, they were like surprised about how detailed it was.
Mm-hmm.
Because she's 3 years old.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of information to take in, but also to remember it.
Yeah. For a traumatized 3-year-old, absolutely.
For sure.
Yeah. But, so the morning of August 2nd, the police arrested Robert at his job, which was Morrill & Co., which is the meatpacking plant, and charged him with kidnapping of Piper Streyle. They had identified him quickly, because criminal case, but, like, investigation was not over, because Piper was still missing.
Yeah, so they had enough to arrest him on the kidnapping charge.
But not the murder.
So they could hold him, but not the murder.
Ooh. But hundreds of officers and like volunteers searched the area around the trailer, like looking for more evidence that maybe the police missed, like something. Mm-hmm. But they found nothing. But a botanist, which his name was Gary Lawson, from the South Dakota State University, was able to identify bits of like vegetable off of the toolbox that they found in Anderson's Bronco.
Really?
Yeah, so I think there was like dirt on it, and that's why he was able to like recognize it or something.
Say like where it was from.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
the dirt. Awesome.
we love that.
Yeah, that's really cool. I think they did that a lot in the show Bones.
Mm-hmm.
Was it a book? I think there's a book that named Bones.
There could be, but there's a TV series called Bones.
Anthropologists.
I was going to say paleontologist. That's different, right? That's for dinosaurs? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, but the vegetable that he said it was a honewort and a black snake root, which they were known to grow in like certain areas of South Dakota.
Oh.
And it was known to go like be there near the big river in Sioux Falls, which like the river was near the town of Baltic, which was also in South Dakota.
Interesting.
The police realized it was like not a coincidence that on July 29th, the day that Piper went missing, like that's when he found it, whatever.
So they really did arrest him fast if she went missing on the 29th and he was arrested on the 2nd.
That is very fast.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
2nd.
So they... Sorry, keep going.
Okay. But when a motorist was driving near like the town of Baltic, but also near the river, which I was thinking is kind of, you know, like the Connecticut River, and how it's like that grass, the space of trees, and then it's like the parking lot for the beach grounds.
In South Hadley?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking it was kind of like that.
Oh, okay.
Because he like saw on the trees a black and white shirt like torn. So instead of like having the parking lot, there was like a road or something. So that's how I thought of it.
Yeah.
But and Vance like said that it was a black and white shirt that she was wearing the day. But that's where like he'd taken her. So the search in the area had turned up the other half of her t-shirt in like a small tree that was dangling from a branch directly above several lengths of duct tape, like just wadded duct tape. So
Duct Tape Killer makes sense.
But they also they took the duct. Yeah,
it's hard.
That tape.
Yeah, the duct tape.
But they found like human hair in it because it was matted and wadded.
Oh, that's not suspicious at all.
Yeah. But it was like human hair and microscopical intuitional from Miss Styrles. But yeah, so like that's how they found like it was like her hair. It was
They
it was in the
tested
duct tape.
Microscopical test that they did. But they also found there was also like a large dildo there and like a wax candle like near like the shirt and the duct tape. So, and the duct tape, like the same duct tape, because they did tests on the duct tape that they found in Anderson's car and the ones that they found in the woods, it was the same one.
So they think that he used those to torture her, right?
And it said that like he raped her and tortured her before killing her.
What a dick. What a douche canoe. Major douche canoe.
But they also found like a black folding knife.
Like a pocket knife?
Yeah.
I think? Okay.
I think. But it was recovered from the Bronco, but it also had cloth fiber on it that matched the shirt. So it said, I think I wrote this later, but it was said that he used the knife to rip her shirt.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Open, and that's why it was in two places, and then raped her and then killed her. So.
Really don't like this guy.
Yeah.
Me neither.
But Anderson was charged with kidnapping, and he went on trial the following spring, and he wasn't charged with the murder charges because they didn't have enough evidence to say it was him.
I hate when that happens.
Well, I think, if I remember right, and sorry if you're covering this, is they believe that he threw her body into the river.
And that's why they haven't found it?
And if it's anything like the Connecticut River, it's gone.
I don't know. I didn't see that in my research. But maybe. Because I know they found, spoiler alert, they found Larissa's body in a river. I think it was only like half of it or something that they found in the river.
I thought he buried her under a bush. That's for next time. Our next episode.
Well, we'll clear that up. But he was charged, he wasn't charged with murder because they didn't have any solid evidence for him. And, like, they said that, like, he's going to jail, obviously.
Good.
Yay. But the prosecution team, led by the South Dakota Attorney General, who was Mark Barrett, would show the jury that the defendant was brought the black paint, or that brought back the paint of the Monday morning and sprayed the Bronco. So the attorney, Mark Barrett, was like, this is what we believe. So Monday morning, he sprayed the Bronco. So it would change the color. So they wouldn't search his car or find his car, whatever.
Wouldn't suspect the car.
Yeah. That is what I was trying to say.
Should have gone with the lime green.
Right?
Yes.
Bright orange. Do a bumblebee car. But reconstruction of the events, the evidence and the witnesses, they all established that Anderson, this is where they were trying to piece together what happened. So this is where they were saying that Anderson drove to the trailer right on the 29th and handcuffed Piper and retrieved the note with his name and phone number and then carried her out to the car and then
so he took the note that had his name on it from when he signed up for Bible camp?
Yeah. Which that didn't match up.
Crazy.
It's like saying that Vance had in the house, but then later it was saying that he took it.
So there's some inconsistencies there.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
sorry, keep going.
I think he did take it. I think it was 3 days, so I think Vance just remembered his name.
Yeah.
Not his phone number, obviously. That'd be very hard. And then sent into the area and, gagged her with duct tape. And then, killed her with the knife and then, disposed of the body. But he never said where the body was. So that's part of the...
So sad. The family has no closure.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, at least they got him on kidnapping, at least.
Yeah. I don't know if you know this or not, but do you know how long the kidnapping sentence is?
Definitely think it depends on the state, but it's definitely not
that's what I was thinking.
25 years to life.
I want to say it was pretty long. I was surprised. Let me look it up real quick.
But they also said that once he killed Piper, dropped the body, whatever, he went back to the house to grab the gun that he had with Shayna saying that he had a gun. So he dropped it. For his second trip, he got the gun.
From the trailer?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because he left it there. And a watch that he had on apparently, or like to grab a watch that they had.
Who goes back to the crime scene with kids there? It's so weird.
He's
Maybe
an idiot. He was sentenced to life in prison for kidnapping.
Oh.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yay.
Okay. Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But like he went to grab all his stuff back, and that's when at 2 he went to go back to clean his car. But that's when Dan Johnson, his neighbor, was like, this is the time he was cleaning his car.
Mm-hmm.
So the jury found him guilty of kidnapping Piper, and 2 months later, the state circuit judge sentenced him to life in prison, but no one was satisfied with the outcome, even though he was sentenced for life in prison, but no one was like happy with it.
They wanted him to die.
Yeah. I mean, I would too. Like if
My mom was kidnapped.
for my mom, I know she wouldn't be kidnapped. That's
Oh, no, your mom would drop it down.
yeah.
I feel like your mom would commit murder if she was if someone tried to kidnap her.
Yeah.
Oh, hell would break loose. Like, I'm just saying that's gonna go down.
Yeah. I feel sorry for the person who does it.
So, but no one was satisfied, and Anderson complained in court that he was an innocent victim
Oh, God.
of what happened, and he was just being blamed.
No, bitch, you did it. And now you're going to
You
be in
did it.
life
So-
or in prison for life.
Yep.
And Anderson told Barrett before sentencing, and I quote,
And here I quote.
She's
It's like, I hope you rot in hell, right?
I hope he does too.
He's a certain spot.
Mm-hmm.
But Barrett said, I might, but it's not because I convicted Robert Leroy Anderson for life in prison.
Yep. Nope.
No, would
not
be for
gonna
other
because of that.
reasons.
So, and like Barrett was no happier than anyone else about his sentence. So, yeah. And then Barrett said sooner or later he'll face a homicide charge, which Bennett predicted that.
Spoiler alert
Ooh.
for next episode.
And that's it.
Well done, Kaylyn.
Yay.
Well done, Kaylyn.
But, like, you know how I said, like, he was, like, when Robert went to the house, he was, like, all mumbling and stuff. It was said that he was going to kidnap Piper that day.
Oh, so he was thrown off his game.
And he didn't expect Vance
Vance to be
door.
there, yeah.
That's when I was like, oh, like, trying to make up an excuse for it.
That would make sense. He was thrown off his
So-
game.
That's why we don't ever answer our front door. Just saying.
So our part 2 to this is going to be what happened after the trial, but also Demanski, correct?
Yes. I answered.
Oh,
Sorry.
I forgot
Yes.
about how he died. He killed himself. He hanged himself in his cell.
Coward.
Couldn't take the guilt.
So they found him, like, with his bed sheets on the top of the ceiling, just hanging there. There was also a note in his cell, and it talked about, like, his childhood and his mom, and also his older sister, but never about Piper or Larissa. So,
No one gives a shit, Robert Leroy. That's no excuse. People have rough childhoods all the time, and they don't kidnap and murder people.
yeah, well, some of them do, though.
Some of them do,
Some of
but
them talk about it.
Get a therapist. If you need help, get a therapist.
I happen to
best
know
friend.
one.
My best friend, talk all your problems with.
Yes.
That's what I do.
Nice. Don't talk to Hannah. She don't know what she's talking about. I'm just kidding. I talk to Hannah. So it's fine. Well, thank you for doing an episode. And we're
Thank you,
excited for the
Kaylyn.
next one. Part 2 for Larissa.
Yeah, Larissa Demanski
Larissa
from Ukraine.
from Ukraine, Kiev.
Ukraine.
Yeah.
She moved. Well, not moved. I think
She's an immigrant.
yeah.
She teleported to South Dakota. Witchcraft! The fucking Putnams.
Which we were actually listening to
The witchcraft?
yeah.
The witch
when you
trials?
guys were talking about Samuel Paris and stuff like that. That's what we were listening to on our way here.
Oh, you were listening to the podcast on
I
the way
know.
here.
Because I know your mom's trying to go through them.
Yeah. I already went on through them. It's like, oh, a new episode. And she's like, I want episode 7. It's like, I don't want to listen to their newest one.
Yeah. You have to go through them all.
I love it.
See our
thank you,
growth.
Kaylyn.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate
Little
it.
junior wanderer.
Yay.
Love it.
So proud.
I don't know about you, but I don't know if the lasagna's ready. But
It smells so good. I know. Probably should go help
Mom,
Vicky.
Is the lasagna ready? It is.
Woo! I'm going to eat.
Bye.
Bye, wanderers.
Bye.
Thanks for listening today.
Wicked Wanderings is hosted by Hannah Fitzpatrick.
And me, Jess Goonan.
And it's produced by Rob Fitzpatrick.
Music by Sasha End.
If you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to leave us a rating and review.
And be sure to follow us on all our socials. You can find the links down in the show notes.
And if you're looking for some Wicked Cozy t-shirts or hoodies, head over to our merch store.
Thank you for being a part of the Wicked Wanderings community. We appreciate each and every one of you.
Stay curious,
keep exploring,
and always remember to keep on wandering.
Get ready to rock your style with Wicked Wanderings.
Introducing our brand new merch.
Cozy up in our Wicked hoodies.
Or flaunt your vibe in our sweet-ass t-shirt.
Join the Wicked Wanderings crew, explore the mysterious,
and head to our merch store now.
The link is in the show notes below.